Okay, let's get started then.
Yes.
So, when last we met our heroes, you fought. What was his name? Brands. Yep, you fought Brands. You desecrated his corpse and the corpse of all of his retainers. You took the hammer out via a set of caverns towards the back, and I say accidentally, you dominated a hobgoblin and his little goblin cohorts. You made it back to town, and you kind of showed off the fact that you'd killed this town's like what's the word I'm looking for? It's been a very long day. Like ancient hero. Ethos, you decided to go to a church and try and get healed. Didn't work out so well for you. You accidentally summoned, the cleric accidentally summoned a demon, and yeah, we'll just see where that goes. The rest of you, Balden and Ezekiel, you went into the tavern. You very loudly shouted, sang, played about your exploits, and managed to piss off everybody in the bar. As we left you, goblins attacked and started burning down Tomlin the Racist's. I love that that's his title now. Tomlin the Racist's house, from which you heard the cry of very kind of high-pitched screams. So you have to the south, or to your right-hand side, and this is more Ezekiel and Balden. Ethos, you've still got a demon standing in front of you. To the right-hand side of you, you've got up in the hills towards the tree line. You've got a group of what you guess is around 30 to 40 goblins. Directly in front of you, you've got a blacksmith's, which is bursting into flames, and a few people running around trying to work out what to do. And that is about that. Is there anything you would like to do in the moments before we roll initiative?
Little wee comes out.
Can we do anything to quell? Can you quell the fire? Can you do anything to quell the fire? Can you play anything to any spells that will quell the fire? Just to buy us a bit of time to get into a fight.
No, I can't do anything like that.
Like prestidigitation, like that kind of spell, where you can.
No, all I've got is charm person, sleep, and ventriloquism.
Nah.
You can shout at them.
Yeah.
Do we know there is people inside the Burning Forge?
Sorry, do we know if there's people in there?
Yeah.
You can hear two people. Or what you think is two people.
I'll just look at Balden and say, "Did you want to go save them, don't you?"
Yeah, I'm going. Well, I mean, do you want me to hold these guys off and you go save them, or what way around do you want to do this? I mean,
there is a lot of goblins.
Yeah, we're kind of both screwed, really.
Hey?
What would you rather do there, then, Ezekiel? Would you rather fight off 30 or 40 goblins or run into a burning house?
Oh, we've got to run in the burning house, man. We can't take on them goblins.
No. All right. Do you want to dynamic entry the door, and shall I try and use my sort of charismatic voice to organize the villagers?
Well, maybe if we're going in to fire rebuilding, can we kind of entice the goblins to come in the building after us, but whilst we make our escape, kind of let the house collapse on them or something? Kind of try and
if there's a back
trap them in the building on fire.
Yeah. We'll have to see if there's a second entrance first, but let's go save some people.
Yeah, I think straight for the fiery building, please.
You want to run straight into the fiery building?
I'm kicking the door in first.
Okay, so a dynamic entry in this. Okay, make me a strength check.
11.
11. You run up to the door. You run past Tomlin, who's kind of beside himself. He doesn't say anything as he sees you sprinting towards this forge. You run up, you kick the door, and it splinters away from you. As you look in, you see essentially a little porchway with kind of a little archway at the end, probably about 5 feet deep. And then beyond that, it opens out into a much larger space, basically filled with fire. A lot of the furniture around is kind of meaningless at this point. It's just broken, burned. You roll me a perception check. If you're Ezekiel, if you're going in as well, roll me one as well.
As I run past Tomlin, I'd like to try and snap him out of his fervor and tell him to get these people organized. They need to get ready to fight back.
Okay, roll me a persuasion check.
16.
16.
Yeah.
Got lucky there.
Good job, man.
He kind of snaps out of it and looks you square in the eye with a look of not quite respect, but kind of he knows that at this point he doesn't really have very many options. Nods to you, grabs a couple of the people next to him, and drags them off into. Drags them off into a tree line close to where the goblin. Well, not close, but towards where the goblins are.
Okay, cool. And then I'll follow Bolden.
Okay, cool. Okay, in that case, roll me both perception checks if you haven't already, and if you have, let me know what they are. 18. 18.
Yeah.
Cool. You get in. You hear the screams, or you hear these two screaming voices above the noise of the flames. It sounds like it's coming from underneath you.
I got a 15 in my roll, so.
Cool. Okay, you both hear this.
It sounds like it's coming from below.
Below.
Yeah.
Can I jump through the floor?
Make a strength check.
Can I try and assist him?
I got 24.
Cannonball.
I'm just going through.
Ezekiel, you run into the room, and you see Bolden looking at the floor, and you hear the voices. You know what he's looking at. He's realized the same thing you have. The next thing you see is him jump up in the air, far higher than you've seen a dwarf jump in your life, and just fire himself through it. Bolden, you take 3 points of bludgeoning damage as you fall into a dark, damp stone basement. Essentially, you've got it's about the same dimensions as the room above you, so it's about 20 feet by 30 feet. It's about 10 feet deep. Like the ceiling's about 10 feet above you. You notice off in the corner two very small, almost imperceivable creatures. Both look humanoid.
I'd like to shout down to Bolden. Full marks for presentation. Could use some work on the landing. And then I'll shout down if he needs me to come down with him.
So yeah, I shout back, get your ass down here.
Cool. I would like to drop down, break my fall with a roll.
Cool. So you do that.
Yeah.
You kind of tie off the rope on one of the more sturdy looking bits of bits of furniture that still remains in the room upstairs. You kind of you jump down and kind of shimmy your way down. It's not particularly hard. You look around. You don't see the two humanoids. You don't have dark vision. While there's a lot of light a lot of ambient light from the fires upstairs, it's not quite as obvious.
Cool. Can I?
Bolden, you do see the two figures cowering in the corner. They're kind of looking over at you now and whimpering slightly.
Cool. Yeah. I just want to say, it's all right. Come with me. We'll get you out of here.
Okay. Roll me a persuasion check.
9.
9. I didn't even give them disadvantage. They look up at you and they see this. You may be drunk, but there's just power emanates from you, this dwarven monk, and they kind of see this and stand up and run towards you, and you notice that they're both gnomes. You don't see the brand the brand on the forehead that tends to denote that they're free. So you would guess that they are runaways.
Oh man!
Right. I'd like to try and comfort them. Say we're going to get you out of here. We'll be all right.
Cool. They kind of nod, and now that there's somebody in front of them who's evidently trying to help them, they're a little bit more hopeful and open to that kind of thing.
So Ezekiel, if you get back up the rope, I'll tie the rope around my waist, and I'll hold the gnomes, and you pull me up. If that's cool.
Should you not maybe be the one pulling people up?
Yeah, cool. I mean,
I'm a little bit wiry.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll pull you guys up.
Well proportioned.
So yeah, hold the rope for me, and I'll go up the rope, pull you guys up.
Cool. In that case, roll me a whoever's tying off the knot. Roll me a dexterity check.
Would that be me?
Well, if I'm
You're climbing up, and then I'm tying it around my waist.
Cool. Yeah, you roll.
Okay. Dexterity. Oh, thank God. 21.
21. Cool. You get up to the top of the top of the rope. You clamber out. You notice that the fire is an awful lot worse than when you were down there. This thing's spreading quite badly. What would you like to do?
Is there the way we came in? Can we see the goblins? If they at
the moment you cannot see anything. Bolden, you can't see anything down in the basement, and Ezekiel cannot see anything that isn't just flames, walls, broken furniture, or you guys down the way.
So if he pulls us up, do we have a way out?
There's still. I mean, you're still in the. It's a pretty big room. You've still got the exit that you came in through. That nothing's collapsed.
Cool.
So you still do have a way out.
Cool. Okay. I say we rescue these gnomes and then go find our elven friend.
Yeah, that's just fine by me.
Cool. Have you pulled me up? Yeah.
Yeah, because I am at the top of the rope, right?
Oh, okay, cool. So
Yeah.
okay, Bolden, you're at the top of the rope. Sorry, I misunderstood that. Bolden, you in that case, roll me a strength check to pull up Ezekiel, and Ezekiel, roll me a strength check to hold the two gnomes.
Oh God. Oh God.
I got 22.
Cool. You pull. Nothing too much worries about that, or nothing too much to worry about that, I should say.
Can I hold the gnomes in my arms, in one in each arm, when they get to the top?
If they get to the top, let's see how well Liam rolls.
Even with my -1 strength modifier, that's 14.
15.
14.
14.
Yeah.
You get to the top, You start hoisting them out and kind of pushing them up onto the lip. And as you're pushing the second one up, she drops. I'd like you to make a dexterity saving throw.
No.
Oh. Dexterity.
Poor gnome.
15.
15. You catch her as she falls.
Oh, good.
Catch her as she falls. You drag her back up again and push her on.
Is her arm still in its socket?
Just about.
Okay.
You climb up yourself. You're now in the. You're now both standing next to each other with these two gnomes in a room that is beginning to fill with smoke. You also notice that the walls are starting to look very, very fragile.
I got the gnomes, one under each arm.
Sprint for it. Break for it.
I'm taking the gnomes with me.
Cool. Make a. I'd like you both to make dexterity saving throws. Balden, yours is at disadvantage because you're holding the gnomes.
Oh, I rolled a natural 1 on the first. I ain't gonna get lower than that.
Don't get worse. Don't get worse than that.
Oh. Yeah, I got a natural 20 though on the second roll. Disadvantage. I still take the 1. So.
Holy.
I rolled a 14.
A 14.
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, so you set off sprinting. Ezekiel, you're human. You're taller. You're more lithe. You sprint off. You vault over the bits of ceiling that are beginning to collapse, and you dive through the door as the whole porchway collapses. You look behind you, and you don't see anybody there. Balden didn't make it out.
No.
Balden, you as you're running, you with these two gnomes under your arm, you're a little bit slower, and you don't notice on kind of focusing on the hallway. You don't notice a little bit of ceiling that's like a little bit of kind of wood beam that's fallen in, and you trip over it, just about keeping yourself up. You get to the hallway as it collapses. You're now stuck in the room.
Shit.
Do I see any windows?
You don't see any windows that are still serviceable on your side.
Can I drop the gnomes, just comfort them, just to stay by my side and kind of find a weakness?
Yes. So you kneel down to, well, I suppose it doesn't take much kneeling down. You kind of look down at them, which for you is something of novelty. You don't really interact with halflings, aren't particularly common, and gnomes are basically food. So this is a little bit of a novelty for you.
I have a kind of fiction for
but they nod at you. They're kind of, there's a certain resolve to them now. There's a certain amount of hope now that they're not stuck in a basement.
Oh, I like it.
And with that, Ethos,
Hey.
you're stood in front of a shadow with red eyes.
Ain't that the guy from Don't Starve?
Is it? Quite possibly.
Yeah. I'm gonna imagine it's that guy. Just for
roll me a perception check.
Okay. That is 18 plus 3, so that is 21.
You recognize him.
Oh shit, that's not good then.
As he unfolds himself from the remains of the cleric, mist beginning to kind of drift from him. You notice the red eyes first. You, as a glimmer of recognition flashes in your eyes, he notices it. His kind of shadowy lips peel back, and you see blood-stained teeth.
Gross.
Oh shit! What the fuck are you doing here?
What would you like to do?
Let's think. Okay, so I will basically have my hand on my sword ready, and yeah, just ask what the hell does he want.
He grins and smiles at you. Grins and smiles. He grins at you, and you hear, not from him, but in your head, you hear this voice telling you that he wants the same thing you want. That there is a reason he came to Umbar all those years ago, and that he would like you to come with him.
What?
Oh, no fucking chance, mate.
Always
those.
He's
Get-
just take the gun and alley and rape you.
Get those rotten ass teeth and go back to whence you came, you foul fucking piece of shit.
So that's a no to getting the demon to help us out. Okay.
Oh no, this guy can go rot in the deepest pit while maggots eat out his eyes.
When you guys were talking about, oh, let's get him to help us, let's wish, I was like, oh, you're gonna have to convince Deck then.
Well, we're not there. We can't say anything.
No.
This is
So-
all on you.
So Ethos, you basically tell this guy to stuff it.
Yeah, in those words, yeah.
Okay. His hand kind of drifts towards you,
Mhm.
and he puts his hand on this ghostly, wispy, smoky hand on your shoulder,
Yeah.
and you immediately feel this contraction in your chest. Roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh,
Oh man.
that is a 16.
16.
Mhm.
You fight off. By this point, you kind of recognize the contraction. It's something that you've been feeling a little bit ever since the zombie coughed or kind of breathed at you.
That old chestnut.
You realize you still have that disease. The spell did not work in any way, shape, or form. And you feel that he's trying to manipulate that.
That's what happened when you
Even double down, man.
Okay. Oh, I'm assuming that I'm like coughing blood a bit. So can I spit it in his face?
Make me maybe a dex check just to be sure.
Okay, that is a 12.
A 12. You spit, and this blood, your blood, saliva just kind of goes through where his head is.
No brains, just what I thought. Just a set of ugly fucking teeth.
He smiles again, and you feel at the moment. So this whole time, this smoky hand you haven't been able to feel it. It's just been there. You can see it, but it's not there. Now it's beginning to get some real physicality to it. You can feel that there's a hand there now. And you also notice that the mist is beginning to drift off him, but not the way it has been since you saw him. It's almost as though it's peeling away from him now.
Okay, well, I'm going to do a good old cat trick, which is, since I've got my hand already on my rapier, I'm not going to draw it. What you do is, I'm going to draw it so that the butt of the sword is going to jab into his throat.
Okay, in that case, roll me initiative.
Yes.
Oh man.
Oh god, I got a 14.
You got a 14. You beat him amazingly.
Oh, just what the fuck? That's why. It's all those rotten teeth weighing his head down.
Cool. What would you like to do?
Yeah. So I am going to attack with my rapier.
Cool. Go for it. Roll me an attack. Then.
Okay.
With advantage. With advantage.
Yes. Oh, I already got an 18 plus 6, so that's 24.
May as well roll again. You might crit.
I did not crit.
Cool. Sorry, so it was an 18.
No, it was 18 plus 6, so 24.
Oh, 18 plus 6. Okay, you hit roll.
Damn it.
Roll me 1d4 plus your dex bonus damage, just because it's the butt rather than the blade.
Oh, in that case, I'll be fine. Yes. So that's 4. That's 7 damage.
7 damage.
Yes. We're done.
Okay, you pull the rapier out and just butt him straight in the head that's beginning to form. As you do, you see his form explode out the back of where the smoke is, which is kind of starting to drift away, and you see this guy standing in front of you.
Oh, he's pretty.
He kind of stands there. His plate armor kind of risen over his chin. You see a recognizably elvish face.
Turtlenecks are back in.
Very, very old. All of his he looks blind, and all of the blood vessels in his head have kind of are extruding slightly. What would you like to do? Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
Can I make a bonus action to do a history check on him?
Yes. Roll me a history check.
Yeah, seems fair. Yeah. That is a. What's my history? Oh, sweet as well. That's 19.
19. You remember hearing stories in your childhood about other elves in Talamaya. In particular, elves before the human invasion from the south. You don't remember much of it, but you do remember something about the Adarai, which is essentially what elves can be if they go back to their roots. It's kind of like an awakened elf. They're a woke elf.
So red pill, man. I'm so woke.
Woke AF. The story you don't know an awful lot. It always felt more like a fairy story, but you do remember that a lot of their effects are a lot of their abilities are very druidic. They're kind of naturally infused with magic in a way that nothing else is, and it's one of the reasons why in fairy stories the Feywild is so other and kind of breaks a lot of kind of biological laws in terms of what exists up there, just because of a huge concentration of Adarai.
All right.
This particular guy, though, you don't know anything about. You don't recognize the armor. You don't recognize stories of kind of his physical description.
He's just damn ugly.
Cool. So he recoils. You see that he kind of there's a real shifting in his position towards you. It's gone from just a joke to "You've hurt me now. I am going to hurt you." He, as the smoke disappears from him, he vanishes, and the next thing you know, you feel a long sword go into your back, kind of around the side there.
Okay.
And you take 11 points of damage.
Oh my god!
Holy shit!
Guys.
Well, are we like we're running around looking for him still, right? Come on.
You guys, this is all happening. This is all happening as you come out and see the forge on fire. Baldwin, you have just broken into the doorway.
To the family and friends of Ethos Mallory.
Cool. I take it that puts you down then.
Yeah.
Yeah, with your 9 hit points.
Yep.
What?
But at least you're not dead.
Well, oh my god.
He uses his second attack. Ooh. He throws his long sword to one side, crawls over you, and as your vision fades, he grabs you by the hair and just punches you square in the face. You would take an additional 2 points of damage, but since you're unconscious, you just take 2 automatic death save fails.
What?
Oh my god.
He has done you hard, man.
Any god who I start praying to whatever god will listen.
It's too late for that, man.
Like, guys, I will do anything. I will suck on your grand old
Put your insides back in.
Yeah, yes.
All out of there.
And with that, Balden and Ezekiel. Balden, you're still in the forge.
Right.
Ezekiel, you're standing outside, and your dwarven friend is nowhere to be seen.
I'll shout in. Balden, can you hear me?
Aye.
Do you see any other way out?
What do your dwarf eyes see?
What do my dwarf eyes see?
You see, it looks as though the walls are beginning to come apart. You probably guess that you've got very, very little time before the house begins to collapse.
Okay, yeah.
The advantage to that is you think that you might be able to use yourself as battering ram to get out.
All right, so can I? I'm just going to grab the gnomes like I had in each arm, and then I'm going to smash through the wall. Just charge.
Okay. You, in that case, roll me a strength check.
20.
20, nice. And roll me a dexterity saving throw.
18.
18. You see a particularly weakened point, and you just charge through it. The gnomes in your arms, and as you hit the wall, you kind of turn to shield the gnomes with your body, as the room just begins to drop apart around you, and you take 2 points of bludgeoning damage as kind of bits of house fall on you.
Oh, man.
Ezekiel, you see Balden just explode outside of the house, and as he does, that side of the house just collapses on itself.
I'm gonna go up to him, help him up, and just say, "You are the most badass dwarf in this village."
I like to smash things, man.
Also, and I whisper this in his ear, we fucked Tomlin over.
Yeah, his business is fucked. So yeah, we unintentionally did it.
So I think we should go find our elf friend because those goblins are going to be here really soon.
Yeah, we need to get
my elf senses are tingling.
I mean, can we hear for the screams of?
Speaking of which, could you both roll dex saving throws for me?
Yeah. Oh dear.
14.
14.
7.
7.
Yeah.
Ezekiel, you take 4 points of piercing damage as a short bow arrow just goes into your just kind of embeds itself in your back. Balden, you see the gnome that you're carrying in your right arm go suddenly limp as an arrow hits him square in the neck.
No, no.
Still alive. You notice that he's still alive, but he won't be for very long.
Okay, can I plug the wound while I'm with my hand while I'm holding him?
Certainly can. Roll me a medicine check.
17.
17. Okay, you pull the arrow out. Well, you snap the arrow off. and you hold. It looks like you're throttling the thing.
Is that plug?
You kind of hold the wound shut as the other gnome kind of falls to the ground as you just drop him, and hurries around and kind of bandages the neck with bits of his own clothing.
No.
You think she's all right, but you're not so sure. Ezekiel, as you kind of turn around to see where the arrow came from, you see a group of goblins starting to come through the basically the fencing from the houses on that side of the road.
Right. Balden, did you see where our elf friend went off to?
Oh, I was in the tavern with you, man. I was in the midst of it. So,
Balden.
I mean, like, can we is there like how's your Arcana? Can you do like an Arcana check to see if we can like see where this demon is like emanating anything, like kind of guess that there's some shit going down somewhere?
You do know that the last basically when you split off from each other, you do know that he was heading towards the church, kind of towards the back of the village.
Okay.
Let's run for that.
We need to weave our way through, I guess, to kind of dodge the fire.
Regroup.
Cool. As you do, you hear behind you, kind of where you know essentially where Tomlin took those two people. You hear a huge explosion.
No.
As you turn around again to see what's going on, you notice that the goblins that fired at you or that shot at you are on the floor, kind of picking themselves up from the blast wave, and that whole area of forest is in flames.
Oh.
Well, at least he's good for something. Let's go.
I guess we got to find. Fuck the forest. We got to find Ethos.
Yeah. I suppose we run towards.
Carry on running towards the church if we can.
Tremendous. You sprint and you sprint and you sprint. You get to the church as, in fact, both of you roll perception checks for me.
11.
9.
We have smoke in our eyes.
You do. As you get to the church, you see flames licking from the back of it. You also notice that the doors have been blown off their hinges, and you see a slight blood trail leading from the door.
So as we run in, I'd like to say I really wanted to kick these doors in.
Cool. So you're running into the
just into the doorway. We're not going straight in, just the doorway, so we can kind of see what's going on.
Cool. You see in the middle of the floor, at the other end of the church, a figure lying on the ground.
Oh no! I'm trying to light my spider pipe.
Ease the pain, buddy.
No.
Amazing.
Hello, old chaps.
One last talk.
Can I drop the gnomes? I'm still holding the gnomes, right?
Yeah.
So, can I usher them to a safe spot?
You can do. The one thing you notice is he is evidently very wounded, but the wounds have been patched up.
Yeah, good.
Patched up.
So we're going to lay him down somewhere and let the other one look after it.
Cool. So, sorry, are you laying the gnomes down?
Yeah, letting them.
Okay, cool.
Somewhere safe, like obviously, like undercover or something.
Yeah. So you kind of put them under a pew, and the other one kind of the male gnome kind of crouches over and looks after her as you move towards where Ethos is, I assume.
Well, I mean, I just wanted to lay there and make sure they're safe, but if we can,
Oh, okay.
if we
In
can
that
see
case,
that
yeah,
he's
yeah,
on the floor.
they're absolutely fine there.
Yeah, I don't want to approach yet. If we can see, obviously, he's knackered. He's done.
Yeah. Can I just like draw my rapier and try and like shout over towards Ethos? Just hey, still alive? Still alive, dude? Are you there?
You don't hear anything back.
Shit.
Bolden, rock, paper, scissors for who goes to nudge him.
I'll nudge you, man. You look after these gnomes.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, I'm gonna go over and just kind of grab Ethos and drag him towards where we were. So it's like safe area, kind of just try and grab him and quickly go towards the doorway again.
Cool. You pick him up. Well, you kind of grab him by the back and just kind of drag him.
Yeah.
The armpits. It's easier when you're dragging a body.
Yeah, well, because he's smoking his pipe still, so I'm gonna try and not disturb his smoking.
Cool. You drag him fairly easily. He doesn't weigh an awful lot.
Cool. So we're obviously not getting attacked by nothing right now. So,
can we try and stabilize him?
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll do that then, I guess.
okay.
Roll me a medicine check.
Where is my? Oh, there. 13.
13. Yep, you absolutely fine. He's not in a good place. He's still he's basically unconscious. He's kind of delirious at this point, smoking on his pipe and not really knowing what he's doing.
Can't drink water, chaps. Fish fucking it.
But yeah, he's safe now. He's not going to die.
Ethos, quick update. Remember that hobgoblin that you killed?
Lovely one, yeah. Quite asleep.
All mates are here for payback, so we need to.
Oh, party time, yeah.
Well, who the fuck killed you first?
Yeah.
What happened there?
Bald guy, smoke, twat, big long sword, long.
You kind of got the opposite of what you came here for.
Yeah.
Shit priest did a botched job. Gonna complain.
Jim Jones.
Such a bad customer review.
Can I just catch Bolden's eye and like raise my eyebrow as if to say, do you know what the fuck he's talking about?
Yeah, I take the pipe out of his hand and I take a sly puff on it myself.
It tastes of elderflower.
And elven balls.
Village is under attack.
Yeah.
Smithy's been burnt down.
Gnomes under a pew.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not new. They usually use them as footrests.
Right. What's our game plan? Do we run or do we fight? Bear in mind, if we stay and fight, I think we're gonna die.
I'm down to 5 hit points due to the bludgeoning damage of everything I jumped through.
You jump through things?
I need to a lot of things.
Cool, dude.
Dude, it was amazing.
I'm so proud of you guys.
He single-handedly knocked down Tomlin the Smith.
I headbutt that place. Yeah.
Fantastic, racist bastard.
But yeah, I need some form of healing if anyone has anything because otherwise we need to just get out and I can't fight anything with 5 hit points.
No, yeah, I'm on 6 hit points after that arrow, so we should.
I am become death.
Okay. I suppose we've just got to grab these gnomes and run.
No, I mean, what? All the villagers, what's happening with the villagers right now?
I think we should just try and let them fend for themselves. There's nothing we can do unless if we can get to a point where we can get away safely. I could use my ventriloquism as a distraction.
Can you like guide everyone away from the village?
If we identify the leader, I could charm person. I could charm him.
Just to charm the goblin, maybe.
Into a retreat, yeah.
Show me a leader.
I mean, yeah, there's fun as leader. If you're up for that, I mean,
Do it. Just do it.
if we can get rid of them, we can deal with the villagers after that.
Yeah. If that's what you want to do, I mean,
it depends really, because I mean, if it goes wrong, obviously with
I get up and start drunkenly wandering towards the exit.
Amazing. As you do,
oh,
you see two figures sprinting towards the doorway with a bunch of goblins following behind them.
I enthusiastically wave.
You enthusiastically wave. Tomlin glares at you as you do.
how many goblins are following them?
9.
I am gonna cast sleep on the group of goblins.
Go for it.
Cool. That's what is it? A D20.
D20. D20 plus your proficiency modifier and your charisma bonus.
And charisma. So that's a +5. Please. Yes. 22.
22.
wow.
Okay, so as you begin to sing the song that kind of that you know brings about this spell, you kind of cast it towards the group. Yes, they are in range. Cool. You cast it towards the group. You can basically 4 of them fall over and roll a d6 for me.
5.
5. You get the feeling they're not going to be waking up anytime soon. So there are 4 sleeping goblins now.
Is Tomlin near me?
Tomlin he's getting towards you.
Okay, I'll wait till he gets close then.
Oh my word.
I'm not. I'm just gonna. I want to say something. I want to have like a dramatic say something to a moment.
How many goblins are left?
That would be 5.
I would like to quickly draw my hand crossbow and shoot one of them, the closest one.
Roll an attack.
4 to hit. 7.
7 misses.
Yeah, I'll just.
The shot just kind of goes crazily over its head.
I aim for the one closest to Tomlin.
Go for it. Oh,
that is a. I loved it. 19.
19 hits.
And that is. That is a 7 to attack. 7 damage.
7 damage. You're firing a crossbow, aren't you?
No, this is longbow.
Oh, longbow. The arrow embeds itself in the goblin's head and sends it backwards, cartwheeling away. You would take a solid guess that thing's dead now.
Good.
Can I, as he drops to the floor, can I run towards the goblins, and as that one drops to the floor, jump over it and kick the next one in the face?
Absolutely can. Everybody roll initiative.
Yeah.
That's great.
That
10.
is it.
Oh, 9.
18.
Oh yeah.
Dex, motherfucker.
Okay, so Ethos, yours was 18.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Bolden. What'd you get, Bolden?
10.
10. Ezekiel? Ezekiel!
9.
9. Cool. Ethos, what would you like to do?
I aim for the other one closest to Tomlin and also aim to take him out with my longbow.
Cool. Roll me an
Also,
attack.
would like either of the other two be close enough to get my sneak attack bonus as well?
The goblin closest, you've got... Tomlin's probably close enough at this point. He's kind of turning around the fight.
Okay, sweet. Okay, so I'll roll to hit first, see what happens with that. That is a 14 to hit.
14 hits.
Nice. And then that's a 8 damage.
8 damage. Exactly the same thing happens as the goblin runs up to attack Tomlin. As Tomlin goes in to kind of parry and rebuff the attack, Longbar just hits him square in the hits the goblin square in the face and sends it going. Tomlin just kind of is a little caught off guard and looks around at you and
Timber.
glares. Would you like to do anything with your bonus or movement?
I whistle a jaunty jig.
Cool. As you do that, the remaining goblins run up. All 4 of them. 2 of them attack Tomlin and hit. And the other 2 run up to the rather bizarre-looking figure with the staff next to him even, and they both hit as well. Both Tomlin and the woman next to him kind of are so surprised by the help that's coming from the church that they kind of weren't expecting, that they're just put off, and all 4 goblins run up and just start stabbing them. They're both still alive, but neither of them looks particularly happy at the moment. They're both kind of bleeding and recoiling from it. Balden, it is you. The goblins and the 2 humans are about 30 feet away from you.
Okay, well, I was going to do that kick in the face.
Nice.
So the one closest, I'm flying.
Sweet. That would be the 2 goblins on Tomlin.
Yes.
Cool. Roll me an attack
then. 22.
22 hits.
And that's 10 damage.
10 damage. You run kind of there's a slight incline to the hill with the church at the top of it. So you run down the hill, you leap and kick this thing in the face and snap its neck. As it's running forwards and you're running against it. That goblin just kind of tumbles away down the incline. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Can I spin my heel round and kick the other one?
Yes.
So that's 11.
11. That misses. The goblin just kind of nimbly dodges out of the way. Ezekiel.
How many goblins are left?
There are 3.
I will shoot the one that Balden just missed.
Go for it.
Yeah. 14.
14 hits.
I'm doing that with my crossbow. And that is 8.
8 damage. So as Balden kind of takes the swing and the thing dodges out the way, you aim for where it's going to be, pull the trigger, and the crossbow just kind of passes straight through the goblin's chest. It keels over and does not breathe again.
Nice shot.
And then I will put my crossbow away, draw my rapier, and can I close the distance a bit?
Yeah, you can. They're about the other 2 goblins are about 35 feet away, so you can definitely get up close to them.
I will go and join Balden, stand next to him.
Cool. Tomlin, with now the two goblins in front of him are dead, he turns to the two remaining ones, shouts over to his friend to look after to kill them quick, and then hurries off down the hill now that he's got you guys with him. Or now that you guys are here, there's some kind of help. So he just disappears off down the hill. His friend nods, looks square at the two goblins in front of her, and begins to move her hands in a way that you don't recognize. Oh hell! 1 second.
Somebody failed.
So she moves her hands and then forces them forward, and you just see this little spark kind of pop out of her hands. She looks down and looks a little confused, and then all of a sudden, the little spark, as it kind of descends towards the ground in a way that doesn't kind of look natural, just explodes outwards at the two goblins, both of whom are entirely consumed in fire.
Goblin char grill.
She kind of looks surprised by the explosion, as though she wasn't really expecting it. Looks at her hands again, and then hurries after Tomlin. Ethos, we are back around to you. What would you like to do?
How many goblins are left?
0 here, but it looks like there are others elsewhere.
I wanted to have like a really cool like moment with Tomlin, but I can't have that anymore. So I'm not
Slap his bald head.
Just follow him. Have a cool word with him.
Can I get up to Tomlin?
Yeah, you can run after him.
Yay. Okay, so I get up to Tomlin, and considering like if he hadn't sent us on that like godforsaken thing, this wouldn't have happened.
Can I throw Ethos the hammer that caused all this shit?
Make me a dexterity check.
Oh, I like this.
You can use the hammer on me. That's 12.
12. Okay, in that case, Ethos, make me another dexterity check.
Yeah. Dexterity. I wonder what'll happen. That is a 17 in total.
17 in total. You catch the hammer. So you now have. In fact, I'll message you the details in Slack. But you now have the hammer of bronze.
Nice.
I want it back.
Yeah, you'll get it back. So I basically sweep round with its Tomlin. I go up to him. I'm like, say to him, "Look upon your hubris, you motherfucker! If you hadn't sent us on that damn quest, which was fueled by nothing more than racial hatred, none of this would have happened. Look upon it and weep. People would have been safe in their bed. You sent us into a lion's den expecting us to die, and then were surprised when we brought the lions back."
Yeah.
So yeah, I just want to have a little moment.
He looks at you and shakes his head as though you have no idea what you're talking about.
I shake the hammer.
He looks at you and says, "You found the hammer. What more do you want from me?"
You sent us with full knowledge that this would happen.
Ass getting eaten by goblins, man.
I told you this. I told you it was dangerous, and you still went.
You said it was a job you wanted done, full well knowing and not informing us it was a hero of your town. You let us take the hammer, you let us desecrate a tomb. Like, oh, you could have mentioned it was a tomb. You didn't mention it was a fucking tomb. And then you didn't mention, like you said, it was dangerous. You didn't mention there was a literal cave system underneath with fucking experimentation.
He didn't say shit.
Yeah, he didn't say shit,
As you're saying this, you both round the corner. You ford the river. You round a corner into the center of town again, and you see most of the buildings are on fire at this point. you see a rather nasty-looking hobgoblin at the other end of the road. I forgot that's magnetic and moves. You see a rather nasty hobgoblin at the end of the road.
He looks happy.
Holding the barmaid from the tavern by the neck. He looks over, makes eye contact with you both. He's about 60 feet away at this point.
Oh shit! Can I launch a dart at him? What's my range on my dart?
Is this who we think is the leader?
You can roll an insight check.
Yeah. Can I do that, please?
Yeah.
Oh yes. What is my insight? Oh, it's +2, so that's a 19.
A 19. You guess this guy's the leader. He's significantly taller than any of the other hobgoblins or any of the goblins around him. You would guess that he's in charge.
Okay. How far did you say away he was?
60 feet.
Oh, nice. The dart is a range of between 20 and 60.
I cast Charm Person.
Roll me a spell check then.
Oh, 16.
16.
Yeah.
Where have I put that book? Come on then. Charm person, did you say?
Yeah, so that's range is 120.
So you rolled a 16.
Yeah.
You see his eyes kind of begin to cloud over. Even from this distance, you see him kind of begin to move in a strange way, and then you see him shake it off, and he takes a swing with a really nasty looking sword in his hand at the woman in his other hand, and cuts her straight across the chest. And she falls onto the ground as he kind of fronts up to you guys.
Oh, this motherfucker's dying.
Well, I still want to launch that dart in his face.
You want to throw a dart? Roll me an attack.
Uh, 24.
24 hits.
And 5.
5. He recoils from the blow. His dart just kind of sticks into his armor. Roll me initiative, all of y'all.
23.
23. Bloody hell, Golden.
Nice.
That's a natural 1.
Oh my word! You're going well. You'll be right at the bottom there.
Yeah, 3 altogether.
Ethos.
Oh, sorry. I was thinking Chris what I was saying. That is a 16.
16.
Mm-hmm.
Good rolls.
Right? I'm going to fail soon. I know I am.
We're going to fail hard when we...
Oh yeah.
Bolden, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Well, how far away is he from me now? Like, I threw the dart at 60.
He's 60 feet.
I'm going to have to... Can I move the 25 feet towards him and then just launch another dart at him?
Absolutely.
So, 12.
12. Misses. Anything else you want to do?
I'm just going to draw my short sword and kind of wait for him to come towards me.
Cool. Ethos, it is you.
I am a longbow right now, so let's do some lovely longbow action.
Cool.
Roll to attack. That is a 15.
Misses.
Oh shit, though. Jinxed it, guys. Okay, then I'll just get ready to make another shot next time it comes around to me.
Cool. The hobgoblin at the other end of the road looks at you both and screams his rage and sprints towards you all. He attacks you, Balden. That is a... oh, no, it's a 9. He misses. Sorry, it's a 10, but I'm guessing that misses.
I duck it.
He makes another attack. And, oh, that's a natural 20.
Oh, Borden's
So
going down.
as he runs towards you, this huge sword just comes in. You duck out the way, and on the second strike, as he just follows the action round, cuts across your back as you're kind of facing away from him, and you take 14 points of damage.
I'm dead. Come on. Shit.
How many points did you have?
Well, I was on 5 hit points from the bludgeoning damage, so then minus 14 from that.
You were on. If you'd lost one more hit point, you would be outright dead.
I would be. I'm clinging on, boys.
Oh my god.
I'm face down in the dirt. Bleeding out.
Ezekiel, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna have to try it again. I'm gonna try charm person again.
Go for it. Roll me a spell check.
Oh, I dropped it. Oh no.
If it's 20, just keep it.
It's not, but I have one more luck point, don't I?
Yes. You can also spell burn if you need to.
Right. For the luck, is it an added D20,
No,
or do I just reroll?
You roll another D20
Please,
and
please,
use it
please.
instead of.
Yeah, you have to take it.
Please, please, please. Oh, that's so much better. That's a 19.
A 19 in total.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, what is it? So it's a wisdom saving throw. Dude. As you cast the spell, you see much closer now, you see in his eyes this rage just begin to seep from them. He is now under your control.
Yes!
What's your intelligence? What's your charisma modifier?
Modifier.
Yeah.
+3.
+3. He's under your control for the next 3 days.
Right.
What you do notice, Balden, you don't notice this. You do notice on his forehead there is a crest that you don't notice, that you don't recognize. You also notice that the hobgoblin's very macho, kind of aggressive, almost barbarian-esque stature and body language sinks slightly to a more graceful continental style.
I would like to stabilize Balden.
Okay. That's a point. We are, for the moment, out of initiative.
Cool. And then, all right, what do you guys think we should? I'm thinking of ordering them to march as far south as possible,
or
liberating every gnome farm on their way down for the next 3 days.
Or
am I stabilized yet?
Yeah.
I was just about to say, Balden, could you quickly roll me a death saving throw?
13.
13. So that's one save. And whoever's stabilizing Balden, could you roll me a medicine check?
That's me.
Yeah.
9.
9. You try and stop the blood flowing from his back, but you just can't. It's too much.
I'll walk over and go, wax on, wax off.
Balden, can you roll me another death saving throw?
2.
2. You fail a death, so you have 1 pass and 1 fail.
I'm gonna try.
Ethos, go for it.
Wax on, wax off.
Help me, boys.
It's a 13.
13. You stabilize him
Ah.
as you wax on, wax off.
Ah.
The blood just stops immediately. Some kind of you twist the mending cantrip.
Oh, keep rubbing my back.
Oh, I like that.
The back slightly.
I
Oh,
like that.
Okay.
Balden, you have 1 hit point.
sweet.
Oh, actually, that's a point. Ethos, you have 1 hit point.
Oh, I need
Yeah, I
a.
was thinking as much.
I need an hour, boys.
Guys, quickly, before they kill anyone else, where should I order?
The liberation of gnomes is.
So, do you have any knowledge of ritual magic? Because I'm thinking if we have this many goblins who we could order to commit ritual suicide.
I've only got the leader hobgoblin.
But couldn't we command all that's a lot of raw goblin energy we got there. We can harness.
Can you persuade him to go back to the cave and then block themselves in
Set themselves on fire.
Well, because you've only got the leader, so the leader tells them to go back home, and then he blocks them in.
Yeah, but that's only for 3 days.
Yeah, but if he blocks them in, then we can just kill him or something. I don't know.
You do that.
That's why I'm saying they should march south for 3 days as fast as possible.
Ezekiel, I'm going to say you do what you think is best. You got control of this.
They're yours.
Okay, I'm going to turn to the hobgoblin and I'm going to say, I want you to order your war party to cease their attack on this village, and then I want you to gather every single man, woman, and child under your command and march them as far south as you can. And on your way there, if you happen on any gnome farms, feel free to raid and liberate the gnomes.
And by liberate, we mean set free, not eat.
Yeah, set them free. Kill the farmers, whatever. You can eat them.
Everyone eats gnomes.
Not the gnomes, the farmers. So, yeah.
As you're telling him this, I'd like you to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, scheiße.
Dex is 16.
16.
Yeah.
Okay. You take.
What?
Holy hell.
Come on, man.
You take 13 points of damage as from a burning house. This huge, bigger than the goblin in front of you. This huge hairy goblin just bursts out of a wall and just clubs you with a morning star.
Oh,
I am dying.
Dude,
Yeah.
I've only got 1 hit point.
we're gonna die, guys.
Can I? How close? Can I just throw Ezekiel over the shoulder and try and get the hell out? So just run away. We gotta run somewhere, hide.
You can. Before that, the hobgoblin in front of you.
I've got 1 HP.
Rage lights up in his eyes again.
Oh dear.
He draws his great sword out and sprints towards where Ezekiel is. Swings his sword. Oh. And deals 15 points of damage to the big hairy goblin that's attacking you.
Wow.
Ezekiel, roll me a death saving throw.
14.
14, you have one death save. Balden, you have a huge hairy goblin attacking, basically recoiling from this huge gash in the side from the hobgoblin's greatsword. There's a look of confusion in his face as he's being attacked by his commander, who seems now to be defending the people that they were sent to kill. What would you like to do?
I'm going to go for, I'm just going to say, screw it, man. I got 1 HP. I'm going to go for a kick in the nuts and then follow it with a bonus action of a headbutt.
Yes, go for it.
So, yeah, the first attack is 14.
14 misses.
Oh. And 18 for the second.
18 hits.
Oh, cool. I got the headbutt. 9 damage.
9 points of damage. Cool. As you headbutt him, having missed the kick to the bollocks, you notice him kind of recoil and fall to one knee in front of you and just glare as he's now kind of almost at your head height.
A smile.
Ethos.
Yeah.
You have this huge hairy goblin on one knee, glaring into the face of Balden. Ezekiel is down and bleeding, and the hobgoblin is standing over Ezekiel protectively.
Okay, so the big guy's fine. I'm not worried about that.
As far as you know, yeah.
Okay, so I would like to introduce that hairy goblin's throat to a knife.
Go for it.
Okay.
The lunge.
straight in, jugular. That is a 17.
17 just hits.
Oh, shit, dude. Okay, and damage?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, that is a... And do I get a sneak attack bonus as well?
You absolutely do.
Yes. Okay, and then roll my sneak attack bonus. That is a 8 damage.
8 damage. You stalk up behind this goblin. With reversed grip, you jab the knife in and just rip it out, and that whole front of the neck just vanishes with the knife. You hear this gurgling, awful sound coming from the goblin, and it just kind of slumps and falls and is dead.
I wipe the knife on its hairiness.
Yeah.
Am I sprayed with blood? Am I covered in blood?
You are drenched from head to toe in goblin blood.
All the day's work.
So we need to get the head out.
In fact, for the time being, we'll just stay in initiative. The hobgoblin is going to fail to stabilize Ezekiel. Ezekiel, could you roll me another death saving throw?
Oh, so that's a 10.
A 10. That is 2 saves that you've got. Now it's your turn. Could you roll me another death saving throw?
No.
Oh. 7.
7. So you got 2 saves, 1 fail.
Yeah.
Good.
Balden, what would you like to do?
Can I stabilize Ezekiel?
Certainly can. Roll me a medicine check.
10.
10. Ezekiel, you are now stabilized.
No.
Oh.
You have 1 hit point.
Oh, wonderful. Before I even stand up, I just look in the hobgoblin's eyes and tell him my orders again. Stop the attack on the village. Take everyone south. And just
put the fires out.
Move.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Persuasion. He's already under my command.
He sees you as a friend and is more likely to be commanded by you, but it's not a guarantee.
Okay, persuasion is 15.
15. He nods, turns, and bellows at this ridiculous volume, and you just hear these little screeches from around you. Not very many. You feel like the goblins may have lost an awful lot of people coming here, but enough that you really don't want to be fighting them in your condition. The hobgoblin nods to you, turns, and walks in the direction of the tree line where the goblins came from.
Salute them and just, Godspeed, pilgrim. And then I'd like to turn to Balden and Ethos and just say, can we please get the fuck out of here? I hate Hommlet.
Alright. Can I check on the gnomes that were under the pew?
Oh yeah, of course they're still there, aren't they? Yeah, you walk up to the church, and you see a number of goblin bodies lying around, some in various states of kind of charredness, as if they've been set on fire. As you walk into the church, you see the woman who originally used that burning hand spell, crouching over the two gnomes.
Oh,
You walking up to her?
yeah, the gnome's safe. I just want to make sure they're
Cool. As you walk up, you see the male gnome kind of standing there looking worried, and the female gnome kind of lying there with the woman, who you notice now has a stuffed ferret like on her shoulder.
okay.
Covered in furs. This very naturalistic necklace of 3 intertwining circles on her chest. This kind of gnarled wooden staff, hairs everywhere, and she has her hands kind of on the female gnome, and as you arrive, the gnome kind of her back arches. There's this sudden intake of breath, and her eyes just burst open. Not quite. They just open violently. They don't pop or anything. It's not. The first thing she sees is a dwarf standing over her, covered head to toe in blood.
Okay.
What would you like to do? In fact, what are the rest of you doing?
I'll follow them. I'm curious if they're all right.
Cool. In that case, you see all this as well.
So can I turn to the woman?
Glad to see you in the world of the living.
Ethos, you've got Tomlin kind of stood next to you, he seems to be walking back up towards the church as well, albeit much more slowly. The tavern. In fact, roll me a perception check.
That is a 16.
16. You notice the tavern owner, the woman, is still alive, but just barely hanging on.
Okay. I guess I'll ask Tomlin, like, what the hell is you going to do all about all this then?
He looks at you and says, well, I can't very much stay, can I?
And whose fault is that?
Yours.
You sent us to
get a hammer and start a goblin invasion.
As a joke, you thought, oh, they're going to die because it's an elf and I'm going to be racist because I'm a bald motherfucker and insecure about my beautiful elven hair.
He looks you square in the eye and says, if that's what you want to believe, that's fine. But I have 2 gnomes to go check on, so bye. And he just walks.
Yeah, I bet you're going to eat them, aren't you, you racist? Dirty fucking racist.
He flips you the bird as he walks away from you.
Yeah. Go shove that up where the sun don't shine.
Same shape.
Guys.
Isn't it?
So
Yeah.
I think we should leave Hommlet forever, in my opinion.
Should we just go? Should we literally just? I think we should just go. Yeah.
Let's just take this hammer, go to that city we were planning on going to, sell it, and then reevaluate what we want to do.
Yeah. Take a long look at ourselves.
Yeah.
Do people eat gnomes in the next city?
Oh, they eat gnomes all over Talamai.
Oh man.
It's much more a southern thing. It doesn't happen very much in the north. In fact, there aren't even that many gnome farms in the north. Maybe one or two that are mostly owned by clerics.
Are they organic?
Hmm?
Does it get to roam free on the fields and chew only naturally grown grass?
Does it? Fuck! It was in the cellar. It was locked in a basement. Poor thing.
Okay, so when they're not organic, that's against trade, and I don't think they'll be happy about that.
You know that gnome farms tend to be quite large. They tend to, because it's very much for the upper classes and the church, the gnomes tend to be not well looked after, but they're healthy. They basically have to be. They have to be kind of well exercised.
Is there like classes like where they're from, like Angus gnome?
Well, there's deep gnomes who who tend to be valued above other types of gnome, just because they're much rarer. They come from other areas of the world rather than Talamaya itself. Within Talamaya, it's pretty much just gnomes.
Okay.
Kind of bog standard gnomes.
I mean, I don't know what to do with the gnomes now. I want to make sure they have a happy life together.
Well, I'm guessing they belong to Tomlin, so we can't.
What?
Can we recreate the? Because when they're free gnomes, they get branded, don't they?
Yes.
Oh, did
Can
they
we
have the
recreate
brand?
that for them?
Didn't they have the brand?
They didn't.
No.
You
Yeah,
can try.
we'll give them free gnome. Yeah, we'll. I mean, it will suck for them for a minute, but it's worth it.
Cool.
Yeah. Well, can we ask that lady like if she can give them the brand? She was using magic, wasn't she? So
She looks at you in horror, and says, "Why?
it's to help them in the long run."
They're being helped. Do you know what's going on here?
There'll be free gnomes, won't they?
They are free gnomes.
Oh, okay. So, I
So Tomlin's a selective racist.
Who are you people?"
Well, who are you? Why
They're
did
the
you help
ones
them
who
out?
just saved your village.
She looks at you at that. She knows fine well you did not save the village.
I did.
She knows that you mitigated the damage you caused is probably the best way to put it. That's certainly how she views it. But she doesn't say anything. She just glares at you. She goes, "Where's Tomlin?" And as she finishes saying that, Tomlin begins to kind of walk through the door and shouts over to her, asking kind of, how are the gnomes? To which she kind of brightens up, stands, walks over to him, and has a quiet chat with him. The two gnomes kind of sit up, hug each other, and begin to talk about kind of what happened, why everything was on fire, and how happy they are to not be dead.
So can we make sure they get looked after? That's what I meant. I didn't want them to be branded to be. I want them to be free. I want them to stay free and to be happy.
Cool. So as Tomlin and this woman finish talking, they both kind of look over at you guys, and Tomlin kind of just shakes his head and wanders over to you, and says, "Okay, evidently you want to help, and that's great. You seem to have gotten the wrong end of the stick about what's going on here. And he points at the woman and the gnomes and himself and says, we can't stay here. We haven't been able to stay here for a long time. We need to go, and you're welcome to come with us, but we need to go now." And at that point, he kind of beckons the gnomes and starts walking out the door with the woman.
Like, I'm gonna say, out of character, I guess that like he's actually quite an okay person, but in character, I still think he's an asshole. So, in character, I'm just like, I ain't going with cue ball over there. I don't like his smell.
Yeah.
I don't like how he treated me.
Yeah, let's just go quickly to the next city.
Yeah. Let's just quickly do a scavenging montage for just basic supplies, and then
Yeah, can we loot the goblins and shit?
You can do. How far do you want to go with your looting?
Should we just get them?
I think
Basic searches.
So are you just going after the goblin bodies, or are you searching human bodies, and are you searching houses?
Well, if no one sees, then who's the wiser?
Okay, in that case, roll me stealth checks.
Yes. Baby, that's what I'm made for. Oh, yes, that is a 23.
23.
I got 15.
15.
16.
16. It's all right. They rolled like crap. You managed to get around the place. Let's see what they've got. So, one thing you do notice, the minute you start looking around, you see that a lot of people are dead. Large swathes of this town are gone. Things are on fire. Like houses are on fire, taverns are on fire. The tavern owner that you found is breathing very heavily and doesn't seem to be it doesn't look like she's going to last very much longer. By the way, it's you that finds her, Ezekiel, kind of lying in the road.
Ooh, have a moment.
I've got to try and save her.
Okay, then. Roll me a medicine check.
Oh no!
That's the most genuine "oh no" I've heard in so long.
Is that a natural one?
It is.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Rolling her death save with disadvantage then.
Chris, can I please make a suggestion of what happens?
You can do.
So as he goes to do basics like fantasy CPR on her chest, he doesn't know his own strength, and he hears a as the ribcage collapses beneath his hands.
And as you see the light drift from her eyes, eye contact with you, you feel a deep sense of regret and sorrow. You also know that there was nothing you could have done to save her. She had been lying there for about 10 minutes by the time you got to her. Okay, so between you find 12. You find 27 shillings and 7 pence. So you can divvy amongst yourselves as you like. You also find Ezekiel. You find a locked box in one of the small houses that isn't on fire. It was towards the church side. You find a locked box in a secret compartment. What would you like to do?
I would just like to stash that away for later, please.
Tremendous. It's big, like it's not small. So it'll take some carrying.
I can probably help deal with that. I've got really good lock picking.
Well, I don't want to
wagon or a horse. Cool.
Oh, cover it with a cloth so people don't know what we're carrying.
Right, yeah, and I'll just carry that until we can camp for the night.
Yeah.
Last thing, could you all roll investigation checks for me?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh yes, that is a 18.
1.
Oh,
You
10.
don't know anything.
I don't know what.
You know less than you did before now.
I don't know shit.
What did you roll in?
10.
A 10.
Yeah.
So as you're leaving the town, you do notice one building that you haven't seen yet, hidden away in a small little copse of woods, just next to the crossroads in the center of Hommlet.
What do you guys think? I mean,
We're on death's door, to be fair.
Yeah, we need to like rest somewhere.
yeah, I think we should try and walk as far towards that city as possible, camp, and have a look at this box that I
The
found.
nearest safe campsite to.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, all unanimous agreed then.
Cool. So you're walking on then.
Yeah.
Sweet. Where would you like to go?
It was that city that we agreed on last time. The nearest northern city where we could try and sell that hammer.
Yeah, well, wherever the nearest. Yeah, I can't remember the name. What was the name of it, Chris?
Oh, North Tower.
North Tower. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Cool. In that case, North Tower is from where you are. It's about 3 days travel, really. Unless you want to make a real run at it.
No, we want to camp as quick as possible, don't we?
We'll camp first, though.
Yeah. Cool. In that case, you travel away from Hommlet in a direction that doesn't take you anywhere near the Goblins for a couple of hours or so, until you finally find the North Road, which is the major road that travels directly from North Tower straight down to the capital of Arental in the south. As you get towards this, you find a nice little spot in the woods, in the kind of cultivated woods off the side of the road, to make camp. So there's a nice little dip that you can kind of hide in. Do you want to take a short rest or a long rest?
Before we do that, can we try and see what's in this box? So I don't have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we slot pick it?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Sweet. I'll have a lot pick.
Wait.
Oh.
Can I see if it's booby trapped?
Yes, that is a good idea.
I was waiting for somebody to just not think of that.
Can I give it a
roll me an investigation check.
13.
13. You don't see anything.
I will. Yeah, I'll gesture for Ethos to have a look, but also step back a little bit.
Okay. That is a +6. That is 18.
18.
Yeah.
You go in assuming this is going to be a relatively simple box.
Yeah.
You put your lockpick in and you start fiddling about, and you quickly realize that this is a deceptively difficult box to unlock. You do get it open after about 10 minutes.
Nice.
And as you open the box, you notice that basically the thing that's in it, in this very well padded box, it's far more opulent on the inside, is a golden cylinder with a series of switches and levers on it. Something you have never seen in your life.
Can I use a Arcana or history check on it?
Roll history.
Sweet. That is of course, natural 20.
Nice.
On a fucking history check.
You know exactly what this is. And the more you think about it, the more you realize that you've seen these before.
Okay.
Essentially in history books when you were learning as a child. This is a message box used by very high-ranking officials within the Verum Ecclesia and the High Moot, with very specific codes for these switches and levers. Essentially, it's a very high security lockbox for scrolls designed to hold potentially classified information.
Could we try and open it?
You can do. You also know that if you get it wrong, the likelihood is whatever's inside will be destroyed.
Oh, okay. Guys?
What would we have to roll to see if we could do this?
If I was to tear it open, would the mechanism work?
The mechanism, whatever was in it, would likely be destroyed.
Okay.
So we've got to open it up delicately.
Delicately and correctly.
Right. How about...
The chances of you doing it randomly are astronomical.
What kind of mechanism is it again? Sorry.
Essentially, it's a series of very small latches and levers. The whole thing's about that big and about 2 inches in diameter. Across it are essentially there's a little area at the end to hold, and then across it and across the circumference are little switches and levers. The idea being that you flick the correct ones in the correct order, and it then pops open, and you get to the message inside.
Do we try and do this now ourselves, or wait and see if we can find someone in the city?
I don't think they'd help us.
Or should we just try?
Yeah, I'm sure we could persuade someone to help us.
Or should we just try and open it now?
It's more than it's from the Verum Ecclesium, isn't it? So people be like, I ain't touching that shit, you know.
Can I just try a straight wisdom to see if I could ever go popping it open? But it's like relying on the roll is not a good idea, I don't think.
I would say for this,
or just like to see if I could, like not attempt it.
I would likely for this, because it's so random. It would be more a straight D100 roll. And just to see what happens. No modifiers, nothing. Just
I know we can do
it up in the air and see what happens.
I know what we can do.
What do you think, Zeke?
Whoever goes to open it, I'll give you bardic inspiration to help.
Oh yes,
we could try it.
Let's do it.
Right. Which of you are doing it?
Well, we roll in a D100.
It'll be a D100.
Just a straight.
And then you can add the bardic inspiration to it as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, which one of you are doing it?
And can we all assist?
Well, I mean, I say Ethos, you can do it. You've had some hard luck, so that
Okay, so if you want to assist, okay, explain to me how
all
How
three
are
of
you
us fuck it
going
up at the same time.
are you going to assist?
Oh, Ethos could use his elven hearing to like listen in on the mechanisms.
Yes, that.
While I give bardic inspiration, like
Okay.
focusing.
And I get blamed for flicking the switches, so right, I'm up for that.
Okay.
Fine, it's a team.
So what's the bardic inspiration? Is that 1d6?
1d6, isn't it? Plus something.
No, it's just 1d6 that you add to your roll.
Right, so we'll do the straight 100 then.
Yeah. So, do you want a D10 roll twice?
Yeah, basically.
Okay. Shall I do it?
Okay, I'm rolling the. What you rolling the 100?
In fact, sorry.
Who's rolling the 100?
So, before we roll the D100, Ethos, roll me a perception check.
Okay. That is a 16 plus. So that's 19.
19. Okay, that's just for you listening to it and kind of getting an idea of what's going on. Okay, Bolden, roll me a D100.
All right, you ready, guys? 80.
Plus bardic inspiration?
Oh, yeah, plus the inspiration. 5. 85.
85.
Let's do this.
As you go in and you've got all the switches and you're just teasing them a little bit as Ethos listens in and kind of sees what's going on, listens for it. You pop the first switch. Perfect. Pop the second switch.
Oh,
my
and you put that switch back. It's not right. You go for the third switch. Pop. Perfect. Fourth switch. Click. Perfect. First lever. As you pull it.
Oh my god! I'm having a heart attack. I'm having a heart attack.
As you pull it, you hear this bizarre sound inside, almost like a bubbling. So you put that lever back. You go to the next lever. You pull that lever, and you hear this hissing sound. A pop, and then the end of the canister falls off.
Oh,
Yes.
did we do it?
do it.
I put my hand in. I put my hand in.
You pull out a scroll.
Yes.
Yes.
Right. Shall we see from this hidden room?
Good work, guys.
Hommlet? Good job, everyone.
Yeah, good.
What's it say?
What's it say? What languages does everybody speak?
Lactician, Talomerian, and Abyssal.
Elvish, Gnomish as well.
Yeah, Dwarven and Telomerian.
You don't recognize it.
Ah, back.
Bars.
It's all right. We're going towards a big city anyway.
Roll me a religion check. Just everybody who's having a look at it, roll me a religion check.
Okay, one. Oh.
17.
3.
Bolden knows nothing of religion.
I know.
That's fine. Mine came out as a 19.
19.
Yeah.
Ethos and Ezekiel, you both recognize the script. You both recognize the language. You just can't read it. You've seen it everywhere in the Verum Ecclesia. You recognize this as celestial.
Whoop. So the only people who could probably read this are of the religion.
Clerics or people with an interest in a real, like, educated people with a real interest in the Verum Ecclesia or the Church of Barakiel.
Yeah. So we'll just keep it with us until we reach the next place.
I'm sure.
Be about 3 days travel until you reach North Tower.
Yeah, so yeah, we can put it in someone's pouch or like.
Yeah. Well, until then, I reckon we are
Camping for.
we deserve a long rest.
Oh yeah. Oh Lord, yeah.
Cool. In that case, you camp for the night. The North Road is, at this point, is relatively safe. It's kind of patrolled, so you don't have any worries. And you all go to level 2. And we will call it a day there.
Yeah.
Go.
Cool.
Fantastic.
We kind of saved the town.
You basically caused the inhabitants of that town to die. Like,
Oh no.
Oh yeah, okay.
most of that town is gone. There were like, I was rolling for like the 15 or 20 people who are still alive in that town seeing you, and they rolled a 5, a 5, and a 2. They were too busy grieving.
Oh dear.
They can rebuild, but thanks to me, there are no more orcs around here.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's true. You did just send them south for another village to worry about later on.
No, I didn't say village. I said gnome farms.
Yeah. So the way that's going to work is for the next couple of days, they're going to wander south.
Yeah.
Not find any gnome farms, and then on the third day, they're going to rise again and slaughter all of the zombies as they become really confused.
In a new location.
Well, by then they will be 3 days south, and we will be in this city.
Somebody else's problem.
Yep.